Barbara McAteer of Josie's Botanicals. We're absolutely delighted that you've come to be a Bliss expert for us in this November Bliss program. When you were a guest on the Tuesday Night Club, everybody absolutely loved you. They loved your story. They loved your connection to your mother and what you learned, what's been handed down to you, and how you used that and turned it into the most beautiful program of self-care products, and now award-winning products, the free
Oh,
from
thanks.
award-winning products. Congratulations from all of us,
Thanks a
Barbara.
million. Yeah, I was thrilled. I couldn't believe it. I think this year has been the year where I've just said, okay, I'm just going to do it, you know. Before, I think I was, building up my brand. I was building up my confidence, I suppose, as well. And yeah, for some reason this year I decided to just go for it. And I have applied for I went out and applied for the Free From Skincare Awards earlier in the year, and I won a silver and two bronze, and then I applied for the Free From Living Awards, which are products for the home, or products that are specific. Let's say my muscle and joint ease balm, for example, which is really good for helping with arthritis or any pain in the body. That got a silver, and my room spray got a bronze. So I was thrilled. And then last week in the Free From Gift Awards, I put four of my gift boxes in for the award, sent them over to the UK, and they were judged on with other brands, and I won six awards. I won six bronze and two silvers in over six categories. So I was absolutely chuffed.
And your brand new, I mean, in a sense, your brand new. I know you've been working for a number of years, but this is really, an almost, sort of introduction of your products, particularly, as you say, on
Yeah.
the world, on the international stage.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've been making my products for years because I've been a holistic therapist for years and making them for my own practice.
Yeah.
But it's only really in the past 6 years, I suppose, that I've really started developing my products. And then in the lockdown, as I told you before, I really spent my time delving into the plant kingdom and coming up with ideas for healing skincare. Because I had time to spend
Mhm.
on my passion, you know. I couldn't do treatments for a couple of years, so I really, worked on my product line. And yeah, I'm really happy. It's kind of, pardon the pun, but it is growing organically, and I feel it's kind of
Yes.
evolving organically. And I'm very happy. I feel it's just so lovely to get feedback from people who are finding they can afford to use
Yeah.
skincare that's really good for them, that's luxurious, that has such a self-care element to it as well. And I suppose
Oh, yeah.
that's where we're kind of,
On a holistic level. But can I just say, and I'm going to pop in there because, as you said, feedback. But it isn't just about feedback. Look, what I want to hold up here is one. This is my gift from my beautiful sister-in-law last year, and it's
oh,
your
the
Angel
angel
Wings
wings.
essential oil perfume product. And can I just show anybody if you can see that? Those are little crystals in the base of it. Barbara, I'll ask you to just mention very briefly what they're about. But I also want to say, in the box, Barbara has placed a small rose quartz angel. I don't know if you can see that. That's a very inelegant way of
Yeah,
holding it.
yeah,
Excuse me a second. A small
that's
rose
right.
quartz
Yeah.
angel. This I spray for myself before I have meditation or do a reading for people or whatever else, but also sometimes just because I want to sit in that beautiful space. And the essential oil itself is one you've chosen, which encourages that kind of.
Absolutely. I think well, it was actually after my mom Josie passed away. In her honor, I know my mom loved perfume, and I used to make her up little blends, and she absolutely found them so nurturing, as well. She'd rub them on her at night time, and she'd rub them on her specific ones for nighttime, and then rub them on during the day, ones that might be a bit more uplifting. And she just found it so soothing. And in my mum's honor, I wanted to bring out a nice natural perfume that had those traits, I suppose, that was nurturing and was soothing. And as somebody who lost a parent, actually, a girl I work with, I go into Stewart's and Palmerston and work with special needs clients there twice a week. And one of the girls lost her mom, and she was saying, "Oh my God, she's that Angel Wings perfume has been helping me." She said, "It just feels like a warm hug." And I thought
Ah,
that was so lovely because actually that's how I feel when I put it on. I feel like I'm getting a warm hug from my mom. And if you
yeah.
look inside the bottle, there's a little inner message on the inside of the bottle. It says, "In honor of all our beautiful angels."
I know this. I'm going to try and see if we can get that. You can't.
Yeah.
You
So
may.
inside there, there's an inner label that I put on, like all these are labeled by myself, and it
Yes.
says, "In honor of all the beautiful angels." And the angels in, yeah, I can see it there, and the
Yeah.
angels in our lives, who are here, and our angels that are looking after us from above. And I firmly believe, I can really feel my mom's spirit nearly when I'm wearing it. But going through grief, I suppose. I was met a friend today, we went for a walk on the beach. She's going through grief at the moment. And we were just saying, how we do need at so many different times in our lives, but going through grief, I think having things close by that feel close to heart is important. And that was important for me. And I put little crystals that are very good for calming the nervous system, that are good for healing and good for promoting love, like amethyst and rose quartz and peridot and aventurine. So there's different little crystals in there that support healing. And then the essential oil blend of cardamom is lovely and warming, and patchouli
Mm.
also, and mandarin is uplifting, and bergamot is soothing. So it has the essential oils that are good for, just nice and calming and soothing.
Yes, absolutely. And one that, in fact, you can use it any time of the day as well, which is lovely too. And as I said to you before, I settle down to do something that involves kind of tuning in. I feel that it is something, it's almost a ritual with me now. I pop some on my
Oh,
wrists
nice.
and have a little sniff from time to time. Now, the other thing that I want to get to you, because we know that you have used this you sort of handed down knowledge that you have of botanicals that you learned so much from your mum as a girl, and then you're growing
Yes,
up,
yeah,
and you've come to have this incredible ethos about the products that you use. And I just want briefly to go there before we go into, for example, you mentioned your room spray, I think, to me before we recorded here, because I can't have a room spray here, one of the shop bought ones, because eventually I'll get quite a serious headache. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
know that I can use your product because, well, first of all, it's free from all of the free
yeah.
from it's free from all of the kind of additives
The
that we put.
nasties, yeah, absolutely. And I found I have a few room sprays. They're all essential oil based, and the energizing, and then the sleep at ease, and the relax and purify. The relax and purify is one that has been extremely popular, and there's a few schools now using it in all the classrooms. There's a couple. There's a school in the inner city. Well, it's two schools, St James's and they've amalgamated now with Basin Lane, and they've been using it for the past few years in all their diffusers and in all that, because I do a diffuser blend as well as a
Mm,
room spray. I have a bottle of it. I can bring it out and show you in a minute.
yeah.
But the room spray is very uplifting, and it's a lovely mix of lemongrass with bergamot and geranium, lemon and lavender. And I remember at the start of the lockdown, the very first lockdown, reading a medical journal report, and it was actually a doctor saying how healing and anti-COVID geranium and lemon oil were. So that's what kind of made me decide for my own home that I was going to make a nice room spray. And the introduction of the lemongrass is just incredible. It gives it that beautiful, fresh aroma.
Mm.
And yeah, people love it. There's a few yoga studios who use it regularly. And a lot of my friends who are therapists, they would use it in between clients. It's a lovely way to just
Yeah.
shift the energy, but kind of really uplift the environment in a natural way, with essential
Beautiful
oils that
idea.
are good for you as opposed to fragrances,
Yes.
synthetic fragrances that were potentially not so good for you,
Now, you mentioned there sleep with ease. And is that a room spray that you can actually spray in your bedroom
Yeah,
at night?
absolutely, absolutely. And there's a few people I know who, time and time again, they buy the diffuser blend, but they also buy the room spray. The room spray can be sprayed on the pillow, can be sprayed in the atmosphere. It's got sweet marjoram, lavender, neroli, and sweet orange, and it's those oils would be very, very good to calm, soothe, and help with sleep.
Well, on that, on that subject, one of the suggestions for this month we have, because it's
Yeah,
all about self care. It's a month of tenderness and compassion towards yourself, and
love it.
living up to our own needs, and becoming aware. Just even doing that, even if you
Yeah.
can't do all of the kind of daily exercises and practices we have, just becoming aware of our needs is important. The best
Absolutely.
time for that is as we lay our heads down. I mean, it's our most, what would you say, our almost our most vulnerable point. We
Absolutely.
put
Yeah.
ourselves to rest at night, and
Yeah.
that whole way, the kind of ritual about how we do that is important for self-care, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it doesn't have to be anything, you don't have to feel like, oh my God, stressed about going to the bathroom at nighttime and I have to do this big ritual.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I keep it as simple as possible myself. Um, the one product I would use at nighttime would be my cleansing balm. Sorry, I have a little bit of it here on a spatula. It's the organic cleansing balm. And
Yes.
like the relax room spray, this would be one that would be very, very popular. It has won a silver in the Free From Skincare Awards. And it's a very nourishing cleansing balm. I'll even put a little bit on my hand, just simply rubbing your hands together. The smell of the lemon, myrtle, frankincense, and lavender in itself would nearly soothe you, off to a good night's sleep. So just
Mm.
placing a little goes a long way, placing a little bit in the palm of your hands and having your ritual that maybe giving yourself a little natural facelift, in
Mm.
the process, but keeping it just nice and gentle, sweeping out across, lifting the skin, lifting the skin, lifting the skin and applying it. It's just a nice soothing little nighttime ritual and it's gentle enough that you can apply it around the eye area, which is good. Another thing I do, I have these on my website, but I got them custom made. You are beautiful. So it's a little
Oh,
reminder, and I have them in aventurine, in jade, and in rose quartz, and it comes in a little velvet pouch. So having this
uh-huh.
and just giving a little bit of self-care to your face, sweeping across and up. Very important then to sweep down also. We've got the main area for lymphatic drainage is here at the clavicle. So opening up this area even before you do your face massage in the morning and at nighttime. This is a really important thing to do is just above and below the clavicle, just little because the lymphatic system is so close to the surface of the skin, just doing little gentle pumping above the clavicle and below the clavicle. This is called your terminus. It's like the bus terminus. The lymphatic system goes all over the body. And that's why people might feel lethargic. They might feel puffy around the face or around the legs or anywhere where there's a lot of lymph gathering. So opening up this area encourages lymphatic flow. So if you do anything, just even doing that in the morning or doing it especially at nighttime, very, very gently, and as I said, if you can use your hands as opposed to a gua sha, but this is nice to do. And then this drains the lymph of the face. So it's really good to detoxify the skin,
Oh,
because you're
fantastic.
draining everything back down to the terminus to be removed from the body. And again, you
Yes.
can work, the delicate eye area. So this is a nice angled one to work. And it's so soothing. So just working around the eye, you can give yourself a nice brow lift
Oh,
and
I need that.
just simple as, I mean, even if you spent a couple of minutes just applying your cleanser with
Yeah.
the likes of this, you just
Yes.
feel so kind of rejuvenated.
Yes.
And
And do you
then,
have to wash that off afterwards, or is that something that,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can leave
no,
on?
if you feel you want to cleanse your skin, then yes, absolutely. A nice hot, damp flannel. to gently remove it. Or warm if you're going to use cotton pads, always dampen pads, never pull dry cotton on the skin. It can potentially give you, if your skin is delicate, thread veins. So dampened cotton will just glide on the skin. So if you're going to use dampened cotton pads,
Mm.
and just simple as, but it's a great, I don't know if you can see the dirt. It's actually a
Yeah.
really good cleanser. It's like, it works on the premise of like dissolves like, so any buildup on the skin, an oil or a balm, well, it'll stick to that easier nearly than water, stick into
Uh-huh.
water. And and it means that there's a lot of jojoba oil. So it's a really, really good cleansing balm, but your skin is nourished after it. A lot of creams and waters and based cleansers can strip the skin, whereas
Mm.
this is full of jojoba oil balances the pH of the skin. So the oils and the coconut oil and the different and plant-based ingredients that are in it help to really nourish the skin. So you're left with your skin clean, but you're left with a nice nourished skin. And even if you want to
Wonderful.
just put another little dab of that on afterwards, you
Just for
can
the
just keep it
aroma, just for
simple.
the scent of it.
Absolutely. So some people use it as a serum then afterwards. I like to,
Mm.
my favorite product, I think, the cleansing balm and the nourishing night cream are my two. The nourishing night cream, they all come in two sizes. Um, and some of them come in three sizes. Actually, the cleansing balm and the hydrating moisturizer comes in a one that's twice this size as well. But the nourishing night cream has a lot of rose hip oil, so it's nice. And the yellow, the rose hip vitamin A, packed with vitamin A, is really good for skin repair. And the neroli, it's got cosmetic prebiotics which help feed the skin during the night. So it's a really good one. I actually use it during the day as well. I love it so much. But the neroli and mandarin in it, the neroli really helps you to sleep. So again, a
Right.
little goes a long way, and then just applying the then draining down to the lymph. I said you don't have to have a gua sha. You can do all this with your hands as well and give yourself a nice little um facial using your hands. And then
Mm.
draining down, always draining down to the neck. So I mean, they'd be my two main products. I have a range of products, but they'd be the two main ones I would use myself at nighttime. And I
I
always
love
feel like
that
I get.
because the idea of I interrupted you. I'm sorry. You always feel like you get.
Oh no, I always feel like I'm really looking forward to a good night's sleep, and I feel my skin feels good going to bed.
But I
Re-
imagine also when you waken in the morning, the first thing you do is, you think, oh, my skin is rested as I wake. So
Yeah,
it's not that you wake in,
absolutely,
you know.
absolutely. No, it does. And if I miss that, I notice it myself. I can really
Right.
feel it, and especially when I wake up. But my skin
Mm.
feels like it's been nourished during the night,
Mhm.
and it feels good. I feel like the plant-based ingredients that I use myself, and any plant-based products, your skin can breathe. You know,
Yes.
with the
Yes.
ingredients. And that's really really important. Um,
And it's affordable as well. I am saying that because I know for a fact it is, and many of us would be aware of how incredibly expensive, some of those products actually are. Even supermarket prices on some of them are quite expensive.
I know. And I think that's one of the reasons that I haven't run out to the shops to try and get my products in too many stores, is because I want to be able to, if I was to do that, I'd probably have to double the price. I wouldn't, as a business person, I wouldn't make any money because the shops have to make money. So they would want you to go down like about 40% off your current price. So it wouldn't make any sense. I wouldn't have any profit. So I'd have to increase my margins and to increase my price to have any kind of a margin there. But I'm happy with the way it's going on that basis, because I find a lot of people can afford. I'm actually bringing out a subscription box now going into the new year. So because I've had a lot of people inquiring about that, because they buy time and time again, and they say they feel panic if they start running out of things. And would you ever think about doing a subscription box? So I'm going to give it a try and open
Gotta
it up.
try. That's a nice idea. Because
Yeah, so
you,
it means that people don't have to worry. They can subscribe, for even they do a minimum of two subscriptions, so they can have their product sent to them automatically, and they can avail of a discount by doing that. but have it sent to them, every 2 months or every 3 months,
Mm,
and they don't have to worry about it then. And
that's
so they don't
very
have to worry
good
about it, and
idea.
they've got full control over it. They can change
Mhm.
how they want, what they want for because if they haven't run out of something, they might want to change it. So they can dip in and change it as well. But from the point of view of kind of ease for people, and this one has been very popular. I have this. I'll show them to you one by one. It's a trial set or a travel set. So I have the cleansing balm. So it's in a 15 ml size, so refillable. The day cream, the hydrating moisturizer day cream, and the night cream. So you've got your day cream, night cream, and cleansing balm. You've got your natural roll-on deodorant, your skin tonic, and your skin repairing body lotion, and an exfoliating pad. So you've got your cleanser, toner, moisturizer, night cream, exfoliant, deodorant, and lotion. So it all comes in a little net bag that you can. People have said that their friends, when they go on holidays, have been jealous of them. They just rock up with everything that you need to last
Yes,
for a few weeks.
and it's all good for you, and
And it's
it's all
exactly, and it's only
very.
33 € actually for
Oh my
full
goodness.
set. So
Well,
yeah,
Barbara, when you start buying even the travel sized toothpaste or the travel sized shampoo or whatever else, oh my gosh, when you start looking at what it all adds up to in the end, um,
absolutely. Yeah.
it
So you've got
really,
a one-stop shop here. You have everything you need, and it's been very handy for people going into hospital. It's
yeah.
been handy for people going on holidays,
Mm.
or just even, yeah, just to have them that you can, if you want to buy the larger sizes, it's a good way of maybe trialing a skincare brand if you've never used the products before as well.
Absolutely, but very affordable considering what you've got in there, and it is wonderfully. Can I ask you, firstly, can I just tell everybody, Barbara has sent us beautiful kind of document of information and suggestion, because it's not just that you're a botanicals expert and you produce all these beautiful creams and potions and aromas and all the rest of it. You're also a Reiki master. You do healing massage. You have other services that are
I do, yeah. No,
fabulous.
I've been a therapist for God, about 30 years now, and I do a lot of natural facelift massage techniques, and as well as holistic massage and reflexology. I do facial reflexology as well as body reflexology.
Yes.
And I do a lot of energy work as well with Rahani and Reiki. So I
You do that.
combine
Yes.
combine the modalities quite a lot together, which work really, really well, and people feel they get the head to toe treatment and go out floating. That's the bliss hour is lovely.
The bliss
Um,
hour. That sounds just gorgeous. Beautiful
it's
for anybody. If anybody
yeah,
is spending their month through this beautiful November bliss, the Barbara has a bliss hour. I
a
think you
bliss
need
hour is
nothing
really nice.
else.
Thanks a million, Trina. But yeah, no, I do. I enjoy it, and I've been teaching Indian head massage for about 20 years now. So I do a lot of workshops in libraries and different places on kind of, yeah, well-being.
Mm, mhm.
So
Well, you're
I've put away I put some notes together, not even promoting my own products, but just on
welcome.
kind of different ideas of ingredients that you would find easily at home or easy to find in the shops where you could make up your own hydrating masks, for
Mm,
example, or ideas for little hair oils that would be good for a scalp treatment
yes.
and nourishing the scalp and promoting healthy hair, and ideas for healing bath soaps, and yeah, so
That
a
is
few different
fantastic. That
ideas
is a
sent on
huge.
to you.
Yeah, no, and I'm very, very grateful to you, because so many of us, we kind of leave all of that aside, and buy the handy products and just go and wash our hair, whatever. But they're real concerns. I think particularly when we get to menopause, midlife, that kind of
Absolutely.
thing, is
And
that if our hair is thinning, or the idea of the scalp massage in itself, the amount of tension that we hold up around our head,
I
and
know, I
up
know. It's
to the
like
back.
that saying, we hold the weight of the world on our shoulders. And I
Yes.
find that, most people that come for treatments, or that, even when I'm teaching the Indian head massage, you can actually feel knots in people's scalp because we have muscles there too. And just this is the area of the body that I think we hold a lot of emotion in, so kind of doing some nice nurturing massages, gently thinking, being conscious, maybe as I said, when you're applying your cleanser, your moisturizer, just have it as a little soft ritual, where you're kind of, that in itself is actually loosening up the fascia and helping to release tension in our face, just even in the most gentle way, and then
Yeah.
again on the scalp, giving yourself a nice scalp massage, with
Yes.
some nourishing oils. I've mentioned a few oils that are particularly good for thinning hair. I've had a lot of
Yeah.
clients coming with thinning hair after COVID. I don't know, it
Yes.
seems to be a side effect. So there's definitely some oils out there that really help to encourage healthy hair, and loosening up the scalp then gets the circulation going. So
Hmm.
the follicles are being fed, and because the circulation, when everything is tightened up, the circulation is not going
Yes.
correctly around the hair,
So that has a knock-on effect in other areas of our life as well, doesn't it? It's not just that you're using this, that you're taking time to pay attention to a part of your body, but there are other ways in which that actually ends up affecting your life.
Absolutely. It's a mindful thing. I mean, went for a walk on the beach this morning with a friend, and we were talking about mindfulness. I was telling her I had done an 8-week mindfulness course, and she was all interested in wanting to do it. And I was saying how there was mindfulness within that course. There was mindfulness through movement, mindfulness through eating. There was mindfulness. I mean, if we just even think about the word mindfulness and just bring it in throughout our day, and just think, am I being mindful? Because I know myself,
Mhm.
we've all got that tendency of having loads of things to do, and running headlong into your day, and have to get this, and forgetting to slow down. And when you
Yeah.
actually make a conscious effort to do that, I mean, you can think clearer. The
Mhm.
overwhelm may not, be as bad, and
Yeah.
trying
I,
to, twig that as much as possible and say, how am I feeling right now? And, can I slow things down a notch?
mm.
Bringing
And
things
doing things
back.
differently, it brings about an opportunity to do things differently, as you said there, that we get into this habit, we kind of go, we're stay steady focused, and we just go full steam ahead because this is the way we've always done it. It's the quickest way, and
Yeah,
getting from A to B is done this way very often at the total neglect of ourselves. But once you start doing things differently, it introduces mindfulness, doesn't it? Because you have to think about what you're
absolutely. And
doing.
because you feel better about your day when you are kind of introducing these mindful moments,
Mhm.
it just becomes, that in itself becomes addictive, and you just want to instill that into, as much as possible.
Yeah.
It's very grounding as well, just spending time in nature if you can, every day, just even going for a walk, in the park, or, just having, mindful moments even at home if you don't get a chance to do that, by even just slowing your breath down, taking some, well-deserved, comfortable, deep breaths
Absolutely.
in and
I
out,
feel I feel sometimes even if you just pull a book off the shelf you haven't looked at in a long time and open it at any page, it's something that you're
Yeah.
doing with a little more interest. Today we
Uh,
went to a gorgeous place in the countryside and I saw deer, baby deer, and I didn't know that deer made the sounds that they make. They sound a little bit like dolphins, that
oh
sound
yeah,
dolphins
yeah,
make.
yeah,
Deer do also that. Other people might think they make different things, but it just dawned on me today. I'm 63, and I had no idea the kind of sound a deer makes until
yeah,
today. And I felt like a
yeah.
child learning something brand new.
Yeah, but isn't that
It
lovely?
was,
Absolutely.
yeah, yes.
Oh,
And that kind of thing is exactly what we're talking about, Barbara. So, can I ask you something? If you were to say to somebody, this is a big open question, um,
yeah,
be the single most important act of now when I say self-care I mean physical self-care because this is very much an important part of what you do. You
sure.
provide
Yeah,
these incredible products which there's a huge amount of thought and real consideration that goes into them. They are organic, you have them, they're aligned in a sense holistically with our spirit, our mind, our body, our emotions. You put all of that kind of effort into them and they're imbued with that kind of essence.
oh,
If
thank
you were
you.
to say there's one thing that somebody could, that you feel is probably the most valuable thing you can do for yourself, what would you say that is?
I think making sure you look after yourself at night. I think at the nighttime, it doesn't have to be elaborate, but going to bed, feeling fresh and feeling like you've done something nourishing to your skin is so important. And you'll wake up, as I said, with your skin feeling good. And
Yeah.
not only that, practicing gratitude,
Yes.
before bedtime, just, no matter how hard you might feel things are, we all go through our ups and downs. There's always something to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Having,
Yeah.
even just mentioning a couple of things that you're grateful for, I think definitely leads to a good night's sleep. But
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
I love my own little ritual at night, is that I'm just trying to do it mindfully, as opposed
Yes.
to just wash my
And
face and yeah, just
throw yourself
slowing
into.
things down and
Yeah.
yeah, just even applying your skincare mindfully. If you could try
Yes.
that,
Yes.
it,
With
it just,
gratitude. Yeah,
yeah,
well, we had
exactly.
Elaine Dowling, Barbara, recently, and Elaine was saying, as you're doing these things, think beautiful thoughts about yourself if you possibly can.
Yeah,
Look at yourself
love
in the
it.
mirror and know that you are, I am beautiful. And she actually passed on an affirmation. Do I still have it? Yes, I love every cell in my face and my body. And then it goes on, every cell in my
Oh,
face
I
and my
love
body
that.
is strong and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of thing. Put it up on one of the days. But that kind of thing, it's exactly right. And it is an appreciation. It is a gratitude for what's working right in our lives, isn't it?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, that's it. You said
Yeah.
it.
Now, but Barbara, I'm so grateful to you for coming and speaking with us today. And not
Oh,
only
it's
for
a
that, but for putting
pleasure.
so much effort and attention into it.
Oh,
Well,
you're
and we've
more
got
than
the
welcome. It's always a pleasure. I'm
thank you. And your website.
as well that I'm for you and your listeners. I've applied a 15% discount code for the festive season. So if anybody does want to avail of that, it's on the notes that I
Oh,
sent
thank
you.
you.
Festive 15 at the checkout.
Thank you so much for that. That is really appreciated. I mean,
You're
it's already
so
good value, and
welcome.
that's what a lovely thing
Thanks a
to do.
million, Trina, for everything. You're so kind.
I want to thank you, but also to wish you the very best of luck as you move forward, because it seems to me that when you do something with this kind of passion and real kind of generosity as well, you've a real, sort of, what would we say, gift for this, and it's a wonderful thing you're passing on to people, and somehow the universe is meeting you and seeing this, and that this is why I think that so many good things are coming your way. So we can only
Oh,
wish
and
for
and
lots
and
more.
and likewise, Trina. I think that's why we probably met. We
Ah,
are
lovely.
definitely
Well,
our
I'm so
paths.
grateful.
You're
Great.
doing such beautiful things and encouraging women, and I love what you do. So thank you.
Well, right back at you, Barbara. Thank you so much. And your website is very easy to get to. It is josiesbotanicals.ie. Am
No,
I
it's
right?
josiesbotanicals.com.
Excuse me,
Yeah, no.
josiesbotanicals.com. And I'll put that link underneath our video anyway, so that
Okay.
people can
Thank you
get that.
so much, Trina.
Really, really appreciate
Take
that.
care and
Have a good
enjoy the
day.
rest. Have a lovely week ahead, and we'll keep in touch.